Hello everyone, my name is Christopher Whitson. I'm the founder of FencyCoin, and today I want to be showing you a little demonstration on how our FencyCoin network works. As of today, we started working on this in November 2017, brought a few developers on board, and this is we started from scratch about 3 months ago, and so this is what we have today. So we have a couple things. First is the app. This is an Android phone. We also have an iOS version of the app as well. And this is a device that is simulating our point of sale system right now. Eventually, we're going to integrate with point of sale systems. There will still be a screen that needs to be consumer facing, but this is just a mini PC with a battery brick to power it. So totally wireless, everything goes over the air and does things wirelessly. This is just for us to demo to people. And so these two work together. And then we also have a couple servers that run the credit card payment processing and do other complicated things in the background, managing and watching over the blockchain nodes in the network. When a node logs in, then it's also doing some communication things in the background that we can see here in the output. So right now we'll just dive right in though and show you what it is that we do. So essentially the way that FencyCoin works is that all of the merchant POS systems are nodes in the network, and they manage the distributed ledger, the blockchain. The idea is that merchants can validate transactions and balances for each other and customers as a group network, as opposed to having to pay banks and credit card companies to do that. And in that way, they don't pay any transaction fees. So on FencyCoin, there are 0 transaction fees for both merchants and consumers. So there's merchant-to-merchant payments and P2P payments for peer-to-peer. Also, the basic consumer transactions. And the way that FencyCoin works and how we generate FencyCoins is with consumer activity. So what's going to happen is we'll log into the app here, kind of show you what we have going on. So we log into the app, we validate the block network and see what I have available. But one of the things that we do is we manage cards. So you add your credit cards into the app, and we basically register those with our payment processor and track those from there on out. And anytime a consumer spends money at a Fency merchant, then they earn a 5% FencyCoin bonus on their transaction. So let's just go see how that would work. So right now we see that I have 9.95 FencyCoins, and since FencyCoins are always pegged 1-to-1 to the fiat currency that they're earned in, this is worth exactly $9.95 US. So there's no confusion, no volatility whatsoever. It's always 1-to-1. So if we earn something in euros, it would be in euros. So, but since mine is a United States account, this is $9.95. So if I wanted to earn more FencyCoins, let's say we go to Flick's Brew House here, and me and my friends and I, we have a night out on the town at someone's birthday, and we spend a couple $100, and we're going to pay with our card. And I already have the credit card transaction. It's fake credit card numbers loaded in there. So we're just going to assume that I swiped my credit card at this merchant, and this is the information that we grabbed. And we're going to then go and submit this information to the FencyCoin payment network so that we can process that transaction. And it's going to say, hey, you did it. And it's going to show my 5% that I earned there. I generated 10 FencyCoins, and it was attributed to me because I have my cards saved in there. And as you can see there, my balance is also updated. So I have my 10 FencyCoins added in there. We can see it right there with the Flick's Brew House where we had our fun time. So that's my bonus. So now I have 19.95 FencyCoins to spend in the FencyCoin network. And so now we're going to go over here and spend it. But we're not going to spend it at the place we earn it. The good thing about FencyCoins is that you can spend it anywhere in your local neighborhood And so that's where the Fence and FencyCoin comes in. So let's say we're going to go to the Sunshine Theater and spend some money there. This brick, when I'm not using the touchscreen, it shuts off the power. So I have to go and reset things a bit. Anyways, so now we're going to go in here and we have the same screen that we had before, and so let's say, that, it's $5 movie night and me and my wife, we go and have us a time and we go and it's $10 and well, with tax, it's going to be, 10 point, let's say we have a 7% tax there. So we're going to say that we want to pay with Fency coins. And this merchant is going to generate a transaction in the block. Actually, it's not going to generate the block yet, but it's going to add a transaction to the network and it's going to create some things. And it's now going to be sitting there waiting. And what it's waiting for is for me to do this and go to this payment screen. And we are going to then go and scan this code here. And what's going to end up happening is that now the app is going to show us that we have a transaction to process and it needs us to verify. So there's 1070 at Sunshine Theater. And yes, I do want to confirm. And so this is going to go to the network and now it's going to verify my account balance, make sure I actually can spend those Fency coins on the blockchain. And once it validates, then it's updated over the air to the merchant, and which happened actually rather quickly. Take that, Bitcoin. And so, like I said, I have to sit here and reset this thing. So now we go and look, and my balance will be updated with my Sunshine Theater transaction where my 10.7 Fency coins were taken, and now I have 925 left. And this is something that can just be done back and forth to merchants, and consumers are always checking and spending. So if I have a transaction at a Fency merchant and my Fency coins will cover it, then my Fency coin balance will apply to the sale. And if not, then it will process my credit cards. So it's totally autonomous. The system works. People don't have to worry about, we're automatically managing keys and things on the device. So if I was to take my phone here and log in on a different phone with my login information, then I still would not be able to spend Fency coins on another app because we're actually associating and doing some clever things with the private keys that no one else can log in and use your private keys or your make transactions without you. And then we can see here, I don't know if anyone wants to look at this, where the transactions are managed in the block and nodes talking to each other and sharing information. So if we had another node running here, we'd be able to see where they actually downloaded this information as well. So within seconds, other merchants in the network are aware that I have spent my Fency coins and so that I can't spend them anywhere else. So anyways, kind of a long video, but there's a lot going on here and a lot more that we plan to add in the future. Doing merchant-to-merchant payments with invoices so that merchants can send Fency coins to each other, peer-to-peer transactions so that people on the mobile app, consumers, can spend Fency coins with each other, for instance, like with a Craigslist sale or something like that. And then also the obvious consumer-to-merchant transaction, which we just demonstrated for you. So that's really all for today. Looking forward to your feedback. If you have any questions, reach out to us, and we'll be glad to answer them, and hope you keep paying attention. Thanks.